What's up, dudes? HW here. It's a beautiful morning up and in Nashville. We're just making YouTube videos. Today's video is very meta. It's very like, hey, everything sucks. Everything sucks. That's how I feel this morning. Everything sucks. Everything sucks. You ever just go through that, man, where you can't get a win? You know? It's like, I just need a win. I saw this Corey Congelia video, and he was talking about everybody should start a YouTube channel, and I kind of agree with that. I mean, it's a great video. It really is. It's a great video. It's wonderfully positive and a great message for everybody. There's a great life lesson in there, you know? Everyone should do it. It's fabulous. You know, man, I can't tell you how much joy and how much like pain YouTube has brought me. It's just... You know, sometimes like I'm in this lull right now where I had like I started doing a video every day on YouTube. That was like my commitment for 2025, and I've done it. And I wanted to do it all year. And so far, I'm good. I'm several videos ahead, and you know, I did it for like 6 weeks, and it was just positive. And man, oh my gosh, ad revenue's up. Oh my gosh, views are up. Oh my gosh, like my channel's finally growing, right? Like 5-6 years into this, and finally, like I figured out how to get my channel to grow. Because you know, you do something for 5 or 6 years, and you look, and you're like, oh, you got 45,000. You know, subs, and it's like, wow. And then people start leaving these comments like, wow, I thought you'd have way more than that, or like, I can't believe you're not at 100,000. And then you're kind of like sitting back, why, you know? And it's like, hey, maybe you're not very good at this. Maybe you're not very likable. Maybe you're not all these things. And, you know, I don't know. And then you get people leaving you, you know, these comments like, HW, how come you curse sometimes in your videos? It's like, I don't know, guy. I'm not sure, you know? You know, I thought you were a Christian. This is my favorite email I ever got from a guy. HW, why do you curse in your videos? I thought you were a Christian. Did something change? And I want to be like, man, I don't know. No, nothing's changed. I still need Jesus, I guess. I guess I haven't quite gotten enough of him. You know? Still a flawed person. Still get very upset, you know? Do you ever fantasize about people saying to your face the things they say to you on the internet? Do you ever do that? I do. I do, man. You know, you go like 6 weeks, you're making all these videos, and it's great. Everything's growing. And then all of a sudden, boom, YouTube like puts you back in the 1,000 to 2,000 view jail. And you're just like, what? I had a video take off, get 30K in like a couple days. So I made another video more like that. And then boom, nobody really? Everyone wanted to see that, but they don't want to see like something kind of similar with a similar deal. Like everyone wanted to know how to do this to their modeler, but not this, or this, all EQ related stuff. No, nobody wants to know. Nobody likes those. You're just like, I don't. Oh man. Okay. Well, I'll do like some of these other like, best this video, best $300 strat, right? And it's like, yeah, it works. And then it's like, I'll do another like, what's the best guitar for the month? No, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. And I'm just like, man, YouTube keeps telling me to like make content that you're like that's very similar that people want to see. Is this because I uploaded a podcast? Seems like I upload one podcast and all of a sudden the channel just and it's like, but the watch hours are good. I thought you want people to be here for this long. What's more valuable? Like 10,000 people watching for 8 minutes or like 1,000 people watching for an hour? Actually, I think now that I do the math, it's like 8,000 for 10 minutes, isn't it? Oh, geez. But listen, I don't know. That's the whole point of this video. I don't know. Let me tell you about YouTube, man. The truth is, this is such a freaking grind. It's a great job. I love my job. I'm not trying to complain. I think I don't want to come across like, I get there's people in war-torn countries right now. There's people digging ditches for a living. There's people who have bosses that are just absolute jerks. My boss jerks are just people on the internet who leave me comments. I had one guy say, this kind of stuff I don't mind. If it's funny, I don't mind if you're negative, but at least be funny, right? One guy put, this guy's getting a haircut on installments. Which I thought, oh my gosh, I got to use that joke. That is a good one. That's the kind of stuff I like, man. I got to tell you, that's the kind of thing that gets me going. I really, because I appreciate humor, dude. You know what I mean? Like I bought this cup just because I drink coffee and it'd be funny to have a whole coffee pot. But dude, it's tough to just be, I'll tell you, the other side of this coin is it's tough to just be uploading videos and all of a sudden YouTube just goes, nah, no one cares. No one cares, dude. Sorry. Figure it out. And you go 5-6 years and feeling like you just haven't been able to figure it out, and you go to NAM and you meet people and people who are way more successful than you. I had one guy who was a complete jerk to me at NAM, a guy whose channel, I used to watch his channel. Now I can't watch his channel without feeling like, what a dick, He kind of looks like a dick too, to be honest with you. Anyway, yeah, and then you just watch like they're getting so many more views, and you're like, hey, he's a dick, but I guess he's entertaining. I'm talking like, hey, dude, I'm such a big fan. I've been a follower of yours forever. How you doing? Oh, really? Blah, blah, blah. Like, what? You know? So, they say don't meet your heroes, but also don't meet people you kind of just enjoy their content on the internet, apparently. Man, listen, if I just would never do that. Like, I would never do that. I have so many friends. If I just look at my Instagram messages, a 20% of those people, 30% of those people are probably just people who have recognized from the internet. And then we started chatting, and now we just kind of go back and forth a little, send each other memes or whatever. These aren't deep friendships, but you know what I mean? Like internet friends, I just would never be so rude to someone like that. But you know what, man? I get how this kind of thing could turn you into just a very high-stressed, high-strung person, right? Like, I mean, here I am. I press record on this video, and I'm basically just complaining about, YouTube's so tough, and it's like, and man, I mean, what a silly thing to complain about in the grand scheme of things, right? Like, my children are healthy. My wife is healthy. I have children. I have a house. I can make a list of 50 things that if it went wrong in my life would be that happens to people all the time. Like, that are common things you hear about, that if any of those happened to me, it would be a much bigger problem than the one I'm talking about, right? But still, it's the grind of every single day you try to do something, it just isn't quite working. And it's funny, I don't know if you feel this way, man, but I'm a person that wants to make like smart decisions. And so like, I hear these two stories constantly when I listen to people. It's like, yeah, you got to stick with it. Even when, it's just grit. You got to do another 100 videos. And that's what I'll do. I will do another 100 videos. And you also have these other people and they're like, well, but you also got to but hey, you got to quit what doesn't work. Right? It's like, okay, then I'll change my content up, right? And it's like, so then I'll change my content to be more like the stuff that's getting a lot of views. And then you do that and then it doesn't get views. And then you're like, wait, I went this way because I thought that's what I was supposed to do. And then you you feel like you look back at the other crowd and they're like, you quit. Yeah, you should have just stuck with it. You got to know what the thing is, man. You got to stick with it. No matter what happens. You need grit. You got to stick with it. I'm like, am I supposed to be quitting things that don't work and kind of changing what I'm doing? Or is it just supposed to be grit? I think it's both. It's a fine line maybe between both, because sometimes I feel like I can't tell which of those two things I'm supposed to really have in the driver's seat at that moment, and the consumer's weak, man. I don't know about anybody else, but people are not buying as many downloads as they did before. And so the whole thing to me is I just want to make cool stuff and let people see. My fantasy is I'm just a guy who makes cool stuff on the internet and I just let people know about it. And then if they're into it, they come over here, and that really works. It works until your views go to nothing. It works until sales start going down. It works until all these things. And then you're like, okay, I'm doing what I've been doing, and what I've been doing isn't really working, right? For whatever reason, Facebook doesn't want to serve my content. YouTube doesn't want to serve my content. People still are giving me this really good feedback. I just can't get in front of them. And I even had a guy go, HW, when's your next release coming out? And I'm like, well, hey, we just had one. And he's like, I haven't seen a release from you in months. And I was like, check the YouTube channel. He's like, oh, I see him now. And then I'm like, oh, okay. He didn't see him though, because I've been putting up so many videos that there's one every day. And if there's only a release every 2 weeks, it's 1 in 15 videos is a release or whatever. So then I'm like, well, I'm trying to get more attention, right? I just want people to watch the channel. I think that's obvious. I hope that doesn't sound selfish or something. Obviously you make videos that people will watch. I just want people to know the stuff I'm making. I'm trying to let people in the Tonex world, the Quad Cortex world, know about Tone Junkie. I'm very well known in the Kemper world. Trying to get people on these other platforms to know me more. And so I'm just trying to get in front of them. Hey! And YouTube's like, nah, bro, you fucking suck and nobody likes you. That's why. And I'm just but you last week people loved this. And I did that again. And YouTube's like, Nah, here's Cardi B. Here's Cardi B instead. Nah, here's Kid. And the ironic thing is, this video will probably get more views than a lot of the videos where anything is where I take care, where I read through comments. I'm like, people want to know about this. People want to know about this. And let me show them this. And let me do it right. And let me do all this editing. And it's you're hearing this. And here's the logos and everything. And doing all this stuff. And this I will put so little work into. I will press record. I will complain. And this will do better. And then a little bit, I'm like, gosh, why is it so ugly on the internet? Why do people leave these comments, Again, I don't mind the funny ones. Those are funny. But people just leave the meanest stuff sometimes. And you're just why do I even read these comments? And it's well, I read these comments because they're also, I want to see what people are talking about. I want to see, I don't know. You see people come back day after day and it's hey. I don't know, man. Don't know. Anyway, I'm just going to go back to doing what I'm doing. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing because I don't know what else to do. I don't know who else to be. That's really the thing, right? I don't know who else to be but this guy.